Welcome. Here we are, 1 year later, celebrating 12 months, 360, 4 days, maybe 365, because tomorrow is actually 1 year since that very first episode aired. And today we're all going to just celebrate, and I'm going to reflect a little bit on where we've come from, what we have accomplished, and what you have accomplished as being part of this. So really looking forward to sharing some of the interesting things with you. And then I'm also going to invite you. There is a link down in the description that you can click to come into the studio at the back. You don't have to worry. You're not just going to pop up on screen, but you are going to come into the studio, into the green room, or the blue. I don't know, is it blue? But whatever it may be today, it is. You're going to be very welcome, and I will bring you onto the screen to say happy anniversary, celebration, birthday. I don't know what we're calling this today, but it will just be awesome to have you come in and say, you know, this has been awesome, and you enjoyed it, and whatever you want to say, I don't really care. But yeah, just do that. Click on the link and then come in. We're going to do this after the personal development, and as we go through, in between, I will bring you on. So have a look on the YouTube channel in this show, or in this specific episode. In the description below, there's a link. It says join us in the studio. So the link will only work during the show. After the show, the link will no longer work. So it is only for the live show. But please do that. It'll be amazing. So yeah, lots happened last night and yesterday and the day before. It's been quite a hectic time. And I had a few ideas for today's episode, which are not going to realize, just simply because I didn't have the time with the launch of PROpulsion Pro and everything that happened yesterday. So, and then my real job in between as well, or rather these things in between my real job. So yeah, it's really crazy, but really happy to be here. Thank you very much for joining us, 7 o'clock in the morning. And if you're watching the recording, once again, thank you very, very much. I deeply appreciate it. And as usual, we are going to start off today with the news, and it's again brought to you by the FBI and none other than the professional himself, Mr. David Kopp.
Good morning, everyone, and for those watching a bit later, good afternoon and good evening too. So in today's news headlines, we're talking news from SARS first. So as part of the ongoing enhancements to e-filing during 2020, the SARS e-filing tax type transfer process has been updated for personal income tax products. So essentially these changes provide that the taxpayer has now full control, and whenever there's a tax types change moved, the taxpayer or registered representative will actually have to approve it. This process will extend to other tax products over time for all entities on e-filing. Then from the Financial Sector Conduct Authority, again, there's been a few warnings out from them. The first one being for Constantia Insurance Company. Now, that's not the real Constantia Insurance Company. What it appears happens, there seems to be some identity theft going, where another company has come on board who is not an authorized representative, calling themselves Constantia Insurance. So again, a warning to consumers to check with the FSCA before. Then the other warning, which was quite interesting too, came out. Again, the concern around the increasing volume of crypto assets or cryptocurrencies, as a commonly referred to, losses being suffered by financial consumers. I think in the last few months, they've seen a massive uptake of scams relating to crypto assets. So the warning again, currently, crypto assets are not regulated products whatsoever. They are not regulated by the authority or any other body in South Africa. They are in the process of bringing them in under the FASE Act as financial products, but currently it is full risk to the consumers. Then from National Treasury is launching their Money Smart Week on Monday, the 22nd of March, through its National Consumer Education Committee. This year, all elements will be digital due to the COVID environment that we're in. If you want to look more about it, you can visit the website www.mswsa.co.za, and you'll be able to see all the events being live streamed there. Another news from National Treasury is Operation Vulindlela has been launched. This is a government-wide approach through which ministers, departments, and entities implement structural reforms through a Vulindela unit in the presidency and national treasury. They monitor the progress and actively supports implementation. The prioritized reforms that this unit will be looking at will be things like electricity, digital communications, water and freight transport, because of their high impact on economic growth. So again, coming from SONA, this is where we see some action from government trying to implement to stimulate growth in the economy. From the international side, from the Financial Planning Standards Board, the standard-setting body for global financial planning profession and owner of the International Certified Financial Planner designation certification program outside the United States, has released an updated guidance process and practice of financial planning. So the Practice Standards Committee has modernized the explanatory language in the FPSB's financial planning practice standards to encourage a financial planning relationship model that focuses on mutual agreement and coaching. So once again, the practice standards have been brought up to date to include the collaborative approach and the coaching approach that financial planning has always been. Then in other news, we have a birthday in the house. So this month, PROpulsion Live turns 1. It started its life as virtual coffee with Francois, the brainchild of Francois du Toit, just when lockdown started. So happy birthday to the show, and we hope to see many more. And then in a new feature, just some information that's good to know, only for dinner parties. So the King of Hearts is the only king without a moustache in the deck of cards. So while there are 4 kings in the deck of cards and they all look very similar, the King of Hearts is the only one who does not have a moustache. Now, according to The Guardian, it wasn't always this way, but somehow he lost his facial hair in a redesign. So thank you very much once again for listening, and back to you, Francois, in the studio.
I love it. I didn't know that. I never realized little small things like that. That's amazing. And thanks for the congratulations. You know, the FBI has been very supportive of all of this. And obviously this season coming on board, doing the news, when I ran into you, I actually, you know, like I always do, I walk around with ideas, and it takes some time to get to it. And then you and I ran into each other somewhere here where we stay. We can't tell people where we stay, David. It's going to cause problems. No. So, and then I said, David, this is my thinking. And you immediately went, yes, no, definitely. And, you know, and here we are. It's been 7 episodes now already this season. Time is really flying, but thank you for everything you do and supporting the show, and obviously that we can work together in doing some good things for the profession. So just thank you. I know this also, I know what it takes to prepare for these things. So even though your segment is only 5 minutes, it doesn't take just 5 minutes to prepare. So thank you very much for everything you and the FBI is doing for this. I appreciate it.
A pleasure, and thank you for bringing us a show every Friday now.
Yeah, I wish it was still every morning. If I could make enough money from it, I probably would have still did it every day. It's like the espresso coffee show or something. I don't know. But anyway, thank you very much, David. Have a fantastic weekend. We'll see you next week.
You too. Thank you, and goodbye, everyone.
All right. So, and then we're going to move on and we're going to do some personal development. And back again this morning is Norma Simons, and we're looking forward to today's discussion.
Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Just before I forget, I just want to say happy birthday, Francois, for the show. And today's topic is so relevant because we're talking about self-confidence. And if I see you today and I see you a year back, I can see how your self-confidence has grown. And thank you for all the work, the good work that you're doing, and please continue doing that. So let's get started. So our topic for today is self-confidence no matter what. So we all know self-confidence is so important just in life in general and in our businesses, because if we don't believe in ourselves, then it's difficult for our clients to believe in us, and it's difficult for our clients to believe in the products that we sell them. So self-confidence really helps us in taking risks and setting big goals for ourselves. Also, if we make mistakes, that we can carry on. If we fail, that we can bounce back, and it takes us out of our comfort zone. So I believe self-confidence is really just that belief that you have in yourself and in your abilities. and not looking at your past or looking for evidence. It's something internal. So confidence, on the other hand, is something more external, which we have a belief in someone or something. So if we don't have or don't live in self-confidence, we live in self-doubt. So that's really the lack of faith, and that's really the uncertainty in ourselves. And that really looks like I can't start a business because of a reason, or I can't change jobs, or I don't believe in myself, or I don't think I'm good enough. So self-confidence isn't lying to ourselves. So we still acknowledge the things that we can't do, the lack of a skill, for instance, or that we need growth in certain areas. But that despite that, we love ourselves, and there's no arrogance. It's just self-confidence just feels good. So self-confidence makes us be future focused. It leads us to success. Even our failures leads to success, because we can see the failure and not make it mean anything. And then it makes us take massive action, and it really pushes us forward. So on the other hand, the self-doubt is more of a hopeful situation, and it stalls us. So we put our responsibility on someone else, and we think we are dependent on our circumstances. So self-confidence is really a skill that we can develop. So it's really our thoughts and practicing those thoughts. So it's those intentional thoughts that we have to keep practicing. And that could be something like, I love myself no matter what. I can do this. I always have my own back. I'm amazing. So there's just 3 levels of self-confidence. So the first level is we doubt ourselves. So no matter what we do, if there's wins, we still doubt ourselves. So we keep looking for evidence. And even if there is a win, that we don't actually take responsibility for it. We say it's due to someone else, and we say it might be luck. So for us to get out of the doubting, we need to, the exercise that I can offer is that you make a list and write down all of your achievements. And then really go and acknowledging every single achievement, doesn't matter how big or small. The next phase would be, you have self-confidence when you win. So those times that you fail, that you don't get it right, the self-confidence then disappears. So what I offer here is, if you make a list of all your failures, everything that you've done wrong, and then go and look, why was that the best thing that happened to you? So why was the setback really a set up? And then lastly, this is where we all want to be. So this is self-confidence, even if we lose or we don't make the mark or we fail. So this is where we see the best for ourselves, and we love ourselves no matter what. So we know that we always need to do some work on ourselves. There will always be new situations where we need to build our self-confidence and to grow. So self-confidence is really, the starting point is to look at our thoughts and have intentional thoughts that can make us succeed. So believe in yourself. There's really no downside to it. So that's all from me today. Thank you, Francois.
Thank you, Norma. As always, you might give me things to think about and to consider and to focus on again, because I think, for some it's like a reminder, for some it's like a light bulb moment. So it's really amazing. And thank you very much also to you for all the prep and all the things. I remember when it was the first one, and there was a lot of prep, and hopefully it's getting easier as we're going along. The more we get into this, I said to both her and David in the green room, or like before we went on air, that we're all more relaxed. Usually here by 10-2, we're like, okay, what is everything working? Is everything sounding? Now we're like, okay, we've done this before. So unless the tech acts up. But Norma, thank you, and thank you for the congratulations, and thank you for everything that you do for the show as well, and for the audience. So really thank you. I know it takes a lot of effort, and we all appreciate it.
Great, thanks so much. Bye, everyone.
Good stuff. Now you can have a coffee there with my wife if you want, or water. All right. Righty, so with that, let's get into some celebrations, and I'm really looking forward to having some of you with me here in the studio. As I said, down in the link below on in the YouTube channel. I didn't put it on the LinkedIn one, but on the YouTube channel, there's a link right at the top in the description. It says, join me in the studio, and while we're live, you'll be able to click that link. You'll come in at the back of the studio, so you won't just pop up on screen, so don't worry about that. But I would really love for you to just come and say hi and, wish the show a happy birthday. And maybe if you want, share, what has been a highlight for you, or I don't know, what it's meant to you over this time or anything like that. Don't be shy, and it doesn't matter if you're on your treadmill or you're running or you're out in the gym or you are driving somewhere. It doesn't matter. Just click that link, come on. I will bring you on, and then we can just quickly have a live chat. That'll be absolutely fantastic, and it will definitely be something that I'll appreciate a lot. All right, so with that, let's get into that. Yeah. So before I bring on, I see there's already somebody here in the studio. So thank you very much, Ben. Really looking forward to having a chat with you just in a second. As we're going to go through, I want to just share with you some stats a little bit, and this I think is something that it's always when we look back, we realize like, whoa. There's a lot that happened, and there's some interesting things that I saw by looking at the stats, which I want to share with you. So the very first one, I just want to, oh yeah, that's a shame. This is what it looked like in episode 1, and I must say thanks to Terence Tobin, who made sure that I didn't feel totally awkward and lost. He kept me. I listened to this, or I watched this episode again for the first time since it aired. So it's been a year. And I watched it on the weekend, the previous weekend, and Terence was asking the one question after the next. And so Terence, so thank you. Maybe, if it wasn't for you, this would never have happened. So thank you for doing that. I'm looking at sort of the background and that, and it's just, it's weird. It's like, there's Captain America. That was the very first poster. The light has always been here. The light on me has been terrible. My energy was terrible. It wasn't, it's not. Looking back now, we've really come a long way. So we've learned a lot. And that's one tip that I can give you. One of the lessons that I learned from doing this show. And if you're part of the 30-day video challenge or, you have an opportunity to do that or whatever, and you want to get better, that's a great way to do it, because that's how I learned, by doing. I put myself out into the public domain right from day one. And I didn't really care that much. And a lot of people gave me a lot of feedback, especially close friends, saying like this and this and this and that. And I'm like, no, it's cool. And I took the feedback, tried to make it better. And, as time went on, it really, I think if you look at the quality today, I still and so, and still a lot. But that's a public speaking thing that I need to get under the knee. But that is, I think, the look and feel of the show, the way we've segmented, and all of this is thanks to collaborations with people all over the world, where I've been on their shows, they've been on mine, and you see what each other is doing, and they've taken some of my elements, and I've taken some of their elements, and hence we've got the show that we've got at the moment. But Terence, thanks for that. You can still see there's a logo there at the top. There it says it's powered by StreamYard. I didn't pay yet for this. I couldn't brand it or anything like that. So this is what it looked like. Day 1, it was just going to be virtual coffee with Francois, Q&A, and it's going to be day 1, day 2, day 3, because at that point I already announced that I was going to go live every single day. And it was locked. That was the 20th of March, 2020, and lockdown started on the 27th. So I started going live a week before that. But we knew it was coming. So it is, it's amazing. And I listened to some of the things that I had to say there in between and at the end specifically. And I look back and I think things have really worked out okay based on that. So I wanted to share that very first episode just just look, I look tired. It's I wasn't laughing, I wasn't energetic, nothing. So, but James, Terence, thank you very much for keeping me company there. I really, really appreciate that. Cool beans. So let's bring on a guest who is one of the audience, regular viewers and somebody that I interact with quite a lot. He's been a guest on the show as well before, and there are some things that we are talking about in the background. So it's good to have you, Ben Kleinans.
So let's bring on a guest who is one of the audience, regular viewers and somebody that I interact with quite a lot. He's been a guest on the show as well before.
Ben, just see if I don't know if something's playing there in the background. So just maybe close your YouTube.
Francois, I had a bit of issues with my sound. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Yes.
There's a bit of a feedback from my side. I'm still not able to maybe just take me out and sort out the sound on my side. This is what my show does to you. But congratulations.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And you and I connected somewhere during last year already, and had a few discussions and all of that. So amazing.
Cool. Congratulations. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. And you and I connected somewhere during last year already.
Okay, so I'm first gonna take Ben off. So Ben, the issue there is that the YouTube thing is open, so that is playing in the background, and you've got the studio open. So when you do open the studio, when you come into the studio, just close down your YouTube or LinkedIn or wherever you're watching, and then you can come back. Or you can go back to that after we've spoken, because that's where the feedback loop is coming from, and that's how we learn, and that's awesome and cool beans. Yeah. So just let me know. All right. So I see I've got another guest here, which I'm going to bring on in a second. Let me share a second stat with you that is quite amazing, and that is, when we started off, I had 76 subscribers, and I don't know why and how I got them, because I never really did much with my YouTube channel. And it was a choice to start doing some things more, be more intentional around this. So we started off with 76, and as of yesterday, I don't know if it's more this morning, but I think, let me just have a look here. I like to have a look at things, so let's see. It is even possible, because what happens, we gain and then we lose. Yeah, no, we lost one somewhere along the way. Yesterday when I was checking, it was 797, but be that as it may, so we grew the channel by 721 subscribers. So thank you very, very much to each and every single person that decided to click that subscribe button, so that you're notified whenever we go live. And then when we post the odd other video, I don't do a lot of pre-recorded videos. Most of my things are, in fact, live, and then the live becomes a recorded video and available immediately afterwards. And but just thank you very much. So this is on the YouTube channel. Unfortunately, people can't subscribe to me, and I wasn't able to keep track of how many new followers connected with me on LinkedIn, etc. But I know I've got over 4,100 and something followers. We're just over 4,000 connections. So I need to go back and see, where did I start? Maybe, I don't know if I can see that kind of stats on there. Maybe Kobus can let me know. But those are some of the things. And I think it's really, really amazing. So thank you very much. That's a lot of people for a South African channel that is so small. And we've got a very specific market that we cater for. I'm really blessed. We said, well, by the end of the year, we want to get to that magic 1,000. So still a little bit off. We're still 203 shy of that, or 204, looking at my newest stats there. So please subscribe. If you haven't yet, please click that subscribe button. It does help us. It means that we can do a lot more things. We can interact better as well. So there's some things that are unlocked when we have 1,000 subscribers, and we have enough view time. So I'm also going to share the view time with you. So yeah. Alrighty, so with that, I want to say hello this morning. Khomotso, are you ready? I'm going to bring you onto the screen. So there you are. Love that smile. Good morning, Khomotso. How are you?
Hi, good, thanks. And how are you, Francois?
I'm great. Yes, this is the first time I think you and I are speaking. You always say hi, and you're always in most of the episodes and everything. So, thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Cool stuff.
Wow, I've learned so much from you. Basically kept me alive in my career through the lockdown season. There were times where it was down, but whenever I tuned up in the morning, you just put that kicker in. You know, it meant a lot, Francois. You did so much. And what I love as well is you didn't keep it to just financial planning, talk about specifically what we do in the industry. You became real. You are human. You shared such important aspects. I think about 2 or 3 weeks ago, there's another show that I even commented. You were talking about what as humans we do by sharing with people, giving. You know, it's so much bigger than you. It's not about you only. So that's what I really, really love. And also, I got an exciting opportunity to be on the Next Gen Planners Influencer program, and it's through you, through these programs that we're watching with you. Thank you so much. You're not selfish. You're always giving and sharing and teaching. And I mean, there's so much without paying a cent. I've learned so much. I can't even give value to it. So I thank you so much. I wish you all the best. I mean, as
Thank
they
you.
normally say, this is the beginning. The best is yet to come. So congratulations.
Yeah,
and
now
all the
you're
best.
talking. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, Khomotso. So those of you that did attend last night, the launch event, I was actually crying in that event within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
So I promised myself I'm not going to do that today. But thank you very much, Khomotso. I deeply appreciate it. And thanks for being a part of this. And also, doing something with the things that we share, because that's actually where the power is at. You can sit and watch me for hours and hours, but it's what you do with that at the end of the day. So well done for taking action, and well deserved to be on the Speaker and Influencer program with NextGen. It's an amazing program. The first things have started to happen there, and it's really, it's such a powerful and such a big opportunity. And I'm very happy for you that you could grab that with both hands. So thank you very much. And thanks for coming on the show, having the guts to come and say hi. I really appreciate it. Awesome stuff.
I love the experience. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Khomotso. You must have a lovely day, and we'll chat soon. Cool beans. All right. So awesome. I see somebody else is here as well that I am really looking forward to saying hi to. And but first, another stat. Let's look at another stat. So what is the next stat? Well, that is how many episodes did we do? 126. And we could have been on 364, 5, something today. But I just realized, like, with people going back to when we went to level 3, we went to 2 times a week. So the first 75 episodes was daily. All for an hour. We went on, did that. And, it was actually an amazing experience. And I'll talk a little bit about it when we look at the bottom and the top 5. But, it was really, something to create all of this. And I think, you look at it, it's 126 hours of content, because most of the programs or most of the episodes were about an hour long, some a little bit longer, some a little bit shorter. I think there was 1 or 2 that was just about 40 minutes. But it seems like I can't stick to 40, 45 minutes. It's always an hour. And that's about 7,560 minutes of content that was created. And that's available to go and listen to. If you haven't watched any of the episodes, or there's some old stuff you haven't listened to, don't think it's outdated or it's old, because the things we speak about here are evergreen. They are always relevant. They are not going to change. We don't talk about tax and estate planning and all these technical kind of stuff. So that's important. And so please go check it out. It's I think a lot of content, and it just shows you that the big lesson from this is, when you're consistent, you create things much quicker than you ever thought possible. And you think like an hour a day. The first one was 1 hour, and then 2 hours, and then 3 hours, and suddenly you sit with 126 hours. If you look at 60 minutes versus 7,560, it seems like you're never going to get there. But you just take it that 160 minutes at a time, and then there you go. So that's that. Alrighty. So enough of the stats now, Francois. Let's get to some real people. So I'm very happy to see that my friend down in Melbourne in Australia is here this morning, Mark Lang. I'm going to bring you onto the screen. It's nice to see you finally. We've never seen each other face to face.
Yes.
So amazing. Good morning or good evening where you are, I guess. Late afternoon.
It's late afternoon. Good morning, Francois. Congratulations on the 12-month anniversary. I started following you just shortly after you had your daily broadcast, and Australia went into lockdown at the same time. So you became a daily fixture, and I really appreciated the fact that every single day you showed up. You made a commitment to be on air, and even though we live in different countries, I found your content very interesting, very informative. And I also found you to be an incredibly generous person. You're someone who just keep giving. You don't ask for anything. And so I just want to say thank you for all you've done for, you've certainly helped me, and I'm sure you've helped a lot of other people. So congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I believe you're coming to Australia at some stage.
Absolutely.
Yes. And look forward to catching up, and we might have a water, a beer, or a coffee, or all three.
Well, yeah, absolutely, and not necessarily in that order. So,
yes.
No, thank you very much, Mark. I actually need to get in contact with you because I had a chat with my brother who now moved there, and we need to put you two in touch. But
yes.
But that's the reason why we'll see each other, because I'm definitely going to go and visit there. But thank you very, very much. You have watched most of the episodes, and you always engage and say hi. And that means a lot as well, because it's hard standing this side of a camera and nothing happens. You don't, it's just human. Like at some stage you start thinking like, I wonder if anybody's there. I wonder if this is valuable. And you start doubting yourself. So when people engage or they just say hello and just, that's amazing. So thank you for doing that, because I don't know, there's a few South Africans and few people that's been here for a long time that are very happy to do that. But most people are very shy and they don't want to engage. So just thank you very, very much. I deeply appreciate that.
Thank you.
Awesome stuff. And thanks for coming in and saying hi. It's amazing. You made my day. So yeah, you must have a fantastic evening and a good weekend. So we'll chat soon.
Excellent. Thanks, Francois. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Mark. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Now, how amazing is that? Alrighty. So another stat. I have to do that. So what is the next stat? Well, how many views did we get across all the episodes? So since the first episode, and you're going to see, because I'm going to share the top 5 episodes and the bottom 5 episodes with you as well. And you're going to see there's a huge difference between the top episode and the bottom episode. Like I'm talking hundreds and hundreds of views. But in total, 16,461 views across the 126 episodes. So that's not including it. We had more views than that on the channel, but I took out all the other videos that's there, like my review of the Financial Planning Summit, and there's some other videos that I made, and when my wife cut my hair for the first time during lockdown, and there's all sorts of little things like that. Also, there was another video that we made for SMEs. There was a whole series of 6 episodes that we did for small, medium enterprises that I also did on the channel live. But it wasn't, that was for business owners during lockdown. And we had a few guests. We had financial planners as guests. We had accountants as guests and legal people and so on. So that also did pretty well. But I took that out because that's not part of Propulsion Live or the original Virtual Coffee with Francois. So yeah, 16,461 views. That is really amazing. So thank you very, very much. Whether that is for an entire episode or whether it's part of an episode or just a section that you were interested in, thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for, just finding value. And then, as I said to Khomotso as well, taking some of these things and implementing them. That's really the payback, is when people do things and I hear the feedback of, this has helped, this has done wonders in my business, So I think the show helped us a lot in terms of, where we were mentally, emotionally, and all of that. But because it gave us a place to come together and just share our, worries and maybe our, what we were anxious about and asking for advice and things like that. But then also, a lot of the things that we shared, and it's not just me that shared. I mean, we had amazing guests, and you'll see the top 5 episodes are all guest episodes. Shame I didn't make it into the top 5. I definitely made it into the bottom 5, that I can guarantee you. But yeah, so those are the things that really matter, and that's what I always try and ask people, like, even if you take one thing that we talk about and you implement, or you go try, or you change it so that it fits you, that's where the value is at. All right, cool. So enough stats for now. Let me see. I just want to make sure that I see one of my guests, the video is off, so I just want to make sure if they're already. Otherwise, I will take some. There you go. Cool stuff. So with me, and this is also amazing because we're doing the 30-day video challenge together at the moment at Next Gen, and we've also interacted quite a bit, and always in the show. And this is none other than Adrian Jordan. Adrian, goeiemorgen.
Hi, good morning, Francois.
How are you?
No, good, thanks. Sorry. Yeah, no, I don't think I would have done this if it wasn't for the video challenge. So yeah, definitely working on my confidence skills over video. But yeah, I just wanted to share, just what the show has meant for me. So obviously, last year was the second year of building my practice, and traditionally the second year is the hardest. And lockdown didn't do us any favors. But it was great for me to just get up in the morning, have a listen, have a look, watching the show, and just getting that motivation that's needed to get through the day. So it definitely had a massive impact on myself to get through last year. And congrats and all the best going forward.
Awesome. Adrian, thank you so much. I just want to mention, your video about the running thing, when we had to talk about hobbies and interests and those things, I really loved it. I think you should have kept running the whole video. But that was really amazing. I really loved it. And just thank you for being a part of this and interacting and that as well. I deeply appreciate it. Without people like you and the other people that are also then sharing, what we're doing, nobody would know about this. So thank you very much, and I'm very happy to hear that this has helped. It means a lot to me. So thank you very much.
Excellent. Thanks, Francois.
Cool stuff. Have a good weekend.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks, bye. Okay, yes, technology is a wonderful thing, eh? How it's brought. I don't think Adrian, Khomotso, Mark, any of the people that's been on here, we would have met if it wasn't for technology, number one, and I guess secondly for the show, and that's the amazing thing. And it's brought so many people and so many things together. And, with that as well, I don't know if you missed it last night, we launched PROpulsion Pro, which is really building on now with this community, but giving it a dedicated, distraction-free, private social network space where we can interact, support, help one another, and learn together and really raise the bar to move the profession and our own lives and our businesses and practices forward. So you're more than welcome to go check that out. Just a quick reminder that if you want to come in and say congratulations or what the show has meant to you, whatever you want to share, just go to propulsion.co.za/1 and you'll come into the studio at the back. I will be able to see you here and then we will take it from there. All right, so next up, my next guest, or wanting to say hi, is he is a host of one of the segments on the show, which I'm very, very grateful for, and that is Mr. Hendrick Crawford. Hendrick, goeiemorgen.
Môre Francois, môre al die luisteraars. Good morning from the Free State. So I'll rather use my English this morning. So but it's nice to throw in one or two Afrikaans words. So thanks Francois.
Yeah, no, Hendrick, thank you very much for popping in, and just maybe before you get a chance to saying thank you for you taking now the financial coaching segment of the show as well. So thank you very much for that. And I know there's a lot of work that goes into this, and I know your passion for this specific topic, etc. So thank you very much from my side as well. And you were also a guest before on the show, which was also an amazing episode. So but over to you.
Yeah, so Francois, thanks very much. And I think we can't thank you enough for the effort you put in here and the platform that you created. And as excited I'm about your show, and like I said in the week, in some of the communication, I think it was on LinkedIn, I think this is the place to be on a on a Friday morning at 7, because together between yourself and especially now with the segments, everybody contributing so much to for us as a community and as an industry. So thanks very much for that, and congratulations, Francois. And then also, I was quickly going through my list here and thinking about some of the shows, over the year. And I think so much also a great thank you to everybody that contributed. There was such a wide range of people that you engaged with and gave us exposure to. I was looking here, Michelle Hoskins, Ross, Adam, Kate, Tanya, Yvonne, and them in terms of that episode they did, Yvonne and Tian, so much learning that was in it for us over the year. So thank you very much for creating the platform, but also thank you very much to all the guests over the year, Igno, all of them. So fantastic. So thank you, Francois, from my side.
No, amazing, Hendrick. Thank you so much. And it's amazing also to hear what stood out for people. So thank you very much for sharing that. I agree with all those episodes. They were amazing. It's hard. So one of the things I'm going to do is, so we've got a featured playlist on the channel, and it's also linked on the portal. So if you go to the portal, then you can access the featured playlist directly from there. And I'm going to put some of my favorite episodes over the 12 months in there, but I haven't done it yet because it's so hard to choose. I have to put all of them in there because they all had something special. But yes, there were absolutely ones that just stood out, like even the one that Wessel Westhuizen did about the Ikigai principle. It was amazing. And and Ignu, Ignu was the first guy that got to that made me cry on the show. And I did it again last night, and I almost did it this morning. So, it's good stuff. But thank you, Hendrick. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for popping in to say hi and to share your experience. I deeply appreciate it.
Thanks, Francois, and all of the best for the following 200 episodes plus. So,
Goodness. Yeah, we're going strong. Thank you. Bye-bye. Cool beans. All right, so I'm going to try again to bring my friend Ben Kleinhans on. So let's see if it's a little bit better now. So Ben, just make sure there's nothing playing back. You should only have the StreamYard studio open. So close any LinkedIn, any YouTube shop. Okay, so here we go. No, but I can still hear myself.
But now, is it now better? Fantastic. Francois, congratulations. What a journey you've been on. I now missed part of the show because I really wanted to have a chat to you. You've grown so much, and James Buerta from one of the insurance companies actually said to me, you must talk to Francois. And I started listening, and this is so much needed. Your show and what you're trying to do is so much needed in our industry. All the insurance companies teach us to sell and teach us to do this and teach us to do that. But actually bringing your business up to standard with the rest of the world has never been the focus. So you've grown so much. Your ability to type and talk to me while you're talking to other people and all of that. I'm just wondering, how do you do that? Have you got a pretext, sort of stuff handy on the side?
No, I don't.
You've grown tremendously, and I'm so excited for you, and this is really it's so much needed, but I think what COVID has done for us all is it has shown us that we can actually adopt quite quickly if we have to, and I think most of us are now so much more productive. Because you've got so much more time, we're getting used to the teams and the host sort of Zoom meetings and stuff like that. When you'll recall that at first I watched now and then, now in the morning you're part of my routine. So congratulations and well done. I'm so proud of you.
Cool. Thank you very much, Ben. I deeply appreciate it. And thank you for popping in to say hi. I'm looking forward to some of the things that we've been talking about to see how we make that happen. But have a fantastic weekend. Thank you very much. Alrighty, so thank you very much, Ben. Eventually we got it right, and really excited to share some other stuff with you. Some more stats. We're almost done. If there is anyone that still would like to come on, please, you can definitely just click on the link below. If you're on the YouTube channel, it's just there is a link, but otherwise you can just type into your browser propulsion.co.za/1. You can do it from your phone, from your laptop, your desktop, wherever. And if you still want to give us a message, we're almost out of time. So if you want to do that, now is the time to jump in. What was the other thing? Oh, some more stats. Yes, here we go. So we looked at the views. Now, how much time was spent watching Virtual Coffee with Francois and now Propulsion Live, which is exactly the same show, but new format, new name. And all we're doing is just bringing all the branding together under Propulsion. So 5,203 hours that people have watched. Thank you. It is a lot of your time. So it's not per person. If it was per person, I would be a rich man. But it's 5,203 across all the episodes, across all the views. So that's 16,000 views equated to 5,203 hours, or a massive 312,180 minutes of watch time. So thank you very much. I hope that every single minute that you did watch was valuable, and that it has meant something to you, or you could have passed it on for somebody else that it maybe meant something to. But just thank you very, very much for doing that. I really appreciate it. Alrighty, so then maybe let's do another stat. Let's look at the bottom 5, right? So the bottom 5 is always fun. I thought let's not only look at the top 5. Somewhere when we celebrated, I think, episode 100 or somewhere around it out there, we also did a top 5 or top 10, I think. And I want to look at the bottom 5 this morning. And there's a very interesting lesson from here. So it goes from, so number 1 was the most bottom one, 2 second last, third last, fourth last, fifth last. So episode number 3, the third episode I did. In other words, it's been a year and it's only had 25 views. Okay, so you're a shame. But it's an hour episode. It's there. I haven't watched it again to see what value there is, because maybe I can do some other episode off the back of that. But episode 3, the worst performing. Episode 4, navigating your business in an online world, which I thought, like, this is powerful. It's amazing. This is like, and I shared a lot of awesome stuff there. 26 views. So worst performing. Episode number 2, bad. That was also a Q&A session. You can see from episode 4 onwards, I had topics. So episode 2, also Q&A, had 30 views. Episode 5, overcoming and adapting to a changing environment, that has got 40 views. That was my first guest, if I remember correctly. So that's the 4th worst performing episode to date. And then social media. Oops, I left out the number there. I can't remember now. I don't have my notes with me. I think it was episode 10 or somewhere around there. Social media profiles is my 5th worst performing one. And if you look at these topics here, it's pertinent topics. But here's the big lesson. If I, after 5 episodes, said, this is going nowhere, if I chose to focus on the number of views, because imagine if we've got these many views, or this little number of views in a year, how little those views were in the beginning, and if I was to give up after these 5 episodes, I wouldn't be standing here today talking to you. I wouldn't have all these wonderful people coming in and saying thank you and just saying congratulations, and everybody being part of this community. So, so never give up. Don't think, give it time. Just focus on what you want to do and why you're doing it. Keep going, get feedback, get better. That's the lesson, yeah. And then, obviously important for us to also share the top 5 with you. I don't see any new guests. So if anybody still wants to say something, please, you're more than welcome to. And so that's all good. Kevin saying Iron Man has many new armors and it wouldn't be possible without the Mark 1. Absolutely. Thank you very much, Kevin. Deeply appreciate it. Thank you for saying hi. Nice to see you. Hope it's going well and all of that. Razan is also saying morning all and happy birthday. And Kobus, obviously, Kobus has been there from the start as well. Created a wonderful habit during a critical lockdown period to wake up daily over 75 days. Stunning habit with huge inspiration. Thank you very much, Kobus. And also for all you've done for the show. every single person has done a lot for the show, but I think you took it one step further, and I do want to say thank you and acknowledge you for that. It's deeply appreciated. Gerrit, goeiemôre Gerrit, daar in die Kaap. I hope it's going well with you. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Jacques Retief, dankie Jackie, waardeer. Renee, congratulations on your first birthday. Francois, you are phenomenal. If it was only my real first birthday, you know how awesome that would have been. I would have had lots of plans and do lots of things still, but I am still going to, even though I'm 45. But yeah, thank you very much. And Renee, you and I have been engaging, and you've been attending a lot of the things as well. So thank you very, very much for that. All right, so let's look at the top 5. And here they are. In the first spot, we've got Kobus Klein. He spoke about that client experience and changing clients into advocates. So that was episode 29, a massive 622 views. Then in the second place, we've got Brian Parsley, episode 66, which that was also an amazing episode, 449. Episode 49, I had Louis van der Merwe, so you all know Louis, 440 views, and episode 54, Sandro Forte at 401. And episode 95, which is probably one of my favorites, is Jay Naidu with 328 views. And the reason why that's also one of my favorites is because we spoke about extremes. And it's something that I've been saying to a lot of people, that in life, usually something happens here on the fringes, and then we want to correct that, and we go all the way to the other side, when the answer really sits somewhere in the middle where things are in balance. And we really got into that because Jay has got very strong opinions and views, and it was a really, really great discussion. I mean, there are so many others. Hendrick mentioned some of the guests that we had. It was really amazing, and I'm really thankful for every single guest, for every single one of you that introduced me to somebody that we got onto the show. Again, Kobus, you definitely connected the most guests, or me to the most guests on the show. The very first big one was Ryan Stramroot. I really enjoyed Ryan's episode. Then it was Ross Bernstein, Sandro, Brian Parsley. So there's so many of them that were on the show, Douglas Kruger even, because you asked them to. And so thank you very much for that. And yeah, so I think that is about that. So yeah, we're turning 1. And I don't know, I've got some champagne, which I'm going to open before we do the wrap-up. There's still a wrap-up, so don't go. There's still some things. But on to turning 1. So I just mustn't kill something. Listen to this. So yeah, I'm going to, I don't know, I hope I don't get in trouble for this, but cheers. Sure. Nice. Okay. Okie dokie. Oops, that went in where it shouldn't have gone in. So yeah, lekker. Thank you very much. With that, so I hope you enjoyed the show. So let's do the wrap up. I've got a few things still to share, and let's do that, and then we can tackle this Friday and go have a good weekend. All right. So I think the big news, obviously, but let's just start off with the news of this morning that David did for us. We really learned that the King of Hearts does not have a mustache. So there's no mustache. Don't know where it went, when it got lost. But it's the only king in the deck of cards that do not have a mustache. So that was very insightful for me. Then Norma spoke about the very important topic of self-confidence. And it is something that you can really start with, I think, with the decision that we make and reminding ourselves. I also watched Tom Billieu the other day also talking about this, where he started like saying, what was the thing that attracted other people, or what is the thing that made people more, it was confidence. And when he started doing that, even when he didn't have real confidence, but he sort of showed that he had confidence, even though it wasn't necessarily real at that time, he started seeing the results. So I think what she spoke about here is very apt and it's very real. So definitely something to go and reflect on and read up a bit more and work on that self-confidence. Because it's the same thing with me. If you look at episode 1, the confidence, the energy, wasn't there. So hopefully it's a little bit better today, a year later. But yeah, and then I think the big one for me was the launch last night of PROpulsion Pro. So for those of you that missed it, I will add the launch event is on. It was recorded. It is on the YouTube channel at Propulsion Learning, but I'm also going to put it onto the page of PROpulsion Pro. But you can visit propulsion.co.za/pro, and you can get all the information there. You can sign up. It was really an amazing. I had two fantastic guests in Kate Holmes and Adam Owen. So we really had some fun last night. I cried in the first 5 minutes, as I said. So not that you necessarily want to see that, but at least I think you will get a sense of where I'm coming from and how grateful I am and where we're going with all of this. And really, really just thank you from the bottom of my heart. I hope you have a fantastic weekend and that you will be blessed, that you have some fun time, have a braai, and just relax and just know that what you are doing for the show, the fact that you're watching, the way you support me and the business and all of that, just thank you very much. It means a lot and you're making a huge, huge difference. So, on that note, thank you. I wish you well. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. Thank you for your time. I love you all. Chat soon. Bye-bye.